sunny day anyway. So why should we complain? It was a sunny day anyway.
Oh,
So why
Christ.
should we
There's something so big in my eye.
And I'm
Welcome to the
Lightning,
Thunder
and welcome to the
Lightning
Thunder and Lightning
podcast.
podcast.
There was something in my eye. Forgive me. I'm human. I'm only human. I'm not a voice in the machine. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Thunder. As you may already know, that is Lightning. Sorry for the schedule mix-up, but get over it. What's up? How have you been?
I'm all right. Pretty good week of movies and shows and whatnot,
Yeah.
which we have our own separate podcast for.
Yeah.
Um,
So pretty much both Chris and I, we both watched Stranger Things and Spider-Man Far From Home. But if you want to hear what we thought about those, tune in to Cinematic Relief on Mondays.
Yeah. Tell 'em.
But other than that, how was your week? How was your 4th of July and such?
It was quiet.
Really?
Didn't do much. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, sorry.
No, I mean, when you say quiet,
Oh, well, we didn't do anything.
because I don't think I slept for 2 whole days because
Yeah.
of all the fireworks.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Besides that, it's been pretty good. We've been working on some cool stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into that stuff. It's a lot of script writing, so when I say we've been working on a lot of cool stuff, it might not be out for a month,
Yeah.
but
Well, we
in the works.
we definitely got stuff coming. Like we said, we're sticking to the every Sunday there's a new thing.
yeah.
So this Sunday will be something special, and next Sunday will be something
else.
that I don't want to spoil.
Cadence of Hyrule was cool though. That was a
Yeah,
cool
thank
start.
you. Did
Yeah.
you watch it? Oh, we watched it
I watched
together.
it. Yeah, I watched it with you.
Yeah. I don't know if everyone else liked it, but
Yeah, I mean it's getting a fair amount of views.
I actually haven't checked. Do you remember
He's
how many?
checking. I think it's got like 20 right now, somewhere in that ballpark.
Let's see how my video did. Oh, we got another, I meant to tell you. 5?
Another copy.
18. Well, yeah, we got another Ratchet and Clank copyright claim.
Good.
Which is just so weird. It's not like we if at the beginning of Ratchet and Clank we had like 10 views and then by the end of it we had like thousands, then I would get it because it's like, oh, they're noticing that we're playing the game that they don't want us to play. But like it was just 2 random episodes out of nowhere that they
Oh, yeah.
claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah, my week has been all right. I've just been trying to stay indoors because
It's so hot.
it's so. Well, first of all, it's very very hot where we are. But secondly, like, I just don't care for fireworks or the fact that, some of them could be gunshots, and most of them are happening. Like, I'm pretty sure a kid came into my room and lit fireworks the other day. Like, that's how loud it was.
Oh yeah, no, there was one I thought somebody pointed it at my house. I thought it went right off in front of my window.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Don't you have like rowdy kids on your street?
Oh yeah.
Did they mess around with fireworks? Are they old enough to do that?
No. Their drunk parents would though. But what was I gonna say? You've been making some pretty special. Can I get the?
Oh, sorry.
You've been making some pretty special videos for the Set the Nation band page. You've
Yeah.
been doing really well with those.
Thank you.
Another one going up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have
Cool.
not edited it yet, but
That's fine.
I set a schedule for myself, so I'm editing
yeah.
a video every single day,
Okay.
and that
alright.
one seems easy.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next one we might be doing.
Okay. I haven't heard about it yet, but
no,
I'm also excited.
nobody has. It's all up in here.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What's going on in the wonderful world of video games?
Still working on Zelda. I haven't had. It's been a busy week.
Yeah.
I haven't had much time to sit down and play stuff. I
mean, if you got nothing, I could go on for a bit.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so Crash Team Racing just started their first Grand Prix, and we didn't really know what that was. And basically, there's new characters, but you have to unlock them. And the way you unlock them is it's basically just like daily challenges, like a phone game would have, but they're all like pretty doable, surprisingly, because that game's like super hard. I still haven't even beaten the story mode yet because it's so hard, which I feel like is their fault because I'm playing on medium. I'm not even playing on hard, and like I feel like the only reason they waited a week or two to start this event was because they wanted me to beat story mode so I'd have nothing to do in time for the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But I haven't beat story mode yet, and now all I want to do is play this Grand Prix. But you can play as Crash's girlfriend now, and all the trophy. No, not trophy. I shouldn't call them trophy girls. That's not the right term. The women that like congratulate you at the awards ceremony are conspicuously not in the game, but it's because they are now playable. So you can play as all of them. Somebody just data mined the game, and we knew that we were getting Spyro, but it turns out we're getting 5 Spyro characters.
Wow.
We're getting Spyro, the cheetah, and the 3 main villains from the 3 games. So I'm super excited about that. But that's been fun. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil, which I know I've talked about before, but I finally like bought it, and I've just been like playing it, and I haven't been speedrunning it, but like it feels like I have.
Yeah, you were
like,
telling me about that.
so I looked at the game and I was like, what are the objectives? What's doable? And I was like, okay, let me first attempt to beat this game in hardcore mode. And I've done that. I beat it in hardcore mode as Claire. It was really, really hard. So this game is set up into segments. There's Claire's story and Leon's story, and there's both 2 parts. So if you play Claire A, if you want to know what happens with Leon in Claire's A story, you play Leon B and reverse.
Okay.
So if you play Leon A, you'll do the things Claire was doing, but as Leon. And then in Claire B, that's a continuation of that story. So the B routes are harder, but they're shorter. So what I did was I did Claire A hardcore, and it took me about 8.5 hours, but I did it, and I was like, okay, I did it, cool. And I got a C rank, but like I wasn't looking for rank anyways. Then I was like, I want to S rank this game. So I looked up how to do that, and it's not based on anything other than how long it takes you to do it. So in order to S rank Claire's A route, you have to beat the game in under 3.5 hours.
Okay.
And I was under the impression that the only way to get an S plus is if you beat it on hardcore mode. So I was like, all right, well, I can't get an S plus. So I got an S rank. I was very proud of myself. My goal was 3.5 hours, and I beat it in like 2 hours and 45 minutes, which felt cool. And I got the S rank. And then I learned that if you save less than 3 times, then you get the S plus. So I did Claire A again, got an S plus. So now my goal is I'm going to S plus the whole top row. So which means all 4 runs in standard difficulty. So right now I have S plus Claire A and Leon A. And then because I realized I hadn't played Leon B at all yet, I did a hardcore run of Leon B, which felt pretty good, but it took me 5.5 hours, and unfortunately the difference between 8.5 hours and 5.5 hours is still a C rank, which felt kind of bad, but, you know, I did way better.
Okay.
And I would have done better if I didn't die so much, because when you die, it doesn't reset the clock. It, like, adds to the time. But I think I'm going to do it on the show. You and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do my quote-unquote speed run of this game on the show. And, like, you know. Oh, and I looked up, the cutscenes don't play into the time at all. So we
Cool.
can at least watch all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Because we won't be getting any lore from the files that we find, because I'm not going to sit and read those.
Right.
But yeah, that's been fun. And then out of nowhere, so here's how my week went with this game I'm about to talk about. A couple days ago, I caught wind that Capcom is working on a like secret project, and I was like, that's interesting. The next day, Maximilian Dude on YouTube was like, I have an early build of the game. It's called Project Battle. It's a card game. I was like, okay, interesting. And I was watching him play it, and I was like, this looks amazing. I can't wait for this game. and I'll explain how it works in a second. But then literally the next day, I go on the App Store on my cell phone, and it was like, Teppen. And I was like, what's Teppen? Is this like a bootleg version of that prototype? And they were like, no, we released it overnight. Here's the game.
Oh, wow.
So I've been playing the hell out of that. And what it is it's a card game, but all the characters are Capcom characters. So there's characters from Street Fighter, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Darkstalkers, and that's it. I said, and Mega Man X. And the biggest appeal is the artwork. The artwork on these cards is fucking incredible. Some of the best like these characters have ever looked. And it's really cool. And some of them are like, one of the cards is a moment you never see. In spoilers for Resident Evil 1, Wesker is a villain, but he's not revealed to be the villain. He's a good guy at the beginning of the game, and he kills one of the other members on your team, and then you find the member and you're like, oh, it must have been a zombie, but it was Wesker. And one of the cards depicts him killing that guy, which you never see, which I thought was really cool. Another one of them depict Ada saving Leon from Kroger in Resident Evil 4. It's just a lot of cool stuff like that. So the way the game works is it's lane based. I've never seen a card game like this. It's like they adapted a fighting game into a card game. So there's 3 lanes. Top, let's just call them top, middle, and bottom, right? So if I put a card in the top lane and there's nothing in your top lane, that card's going to attack your life points.
Okay.
But if you put a card in your top lane, now our 2 top lane cards are fighting. And basically what it is when I put a card down, there's a little arrow, and the arrow like slowly moves towards your side, and if it reaches your side without a monster being there, you'll take life points damage. Beyond that, the way you play cards is there's a super meter like a fighting game, which is constantly going up, and there's no way to stop it or make it go up faster. It's just always going up. So you'll have cards that cost different amounts, like this one costs 3, this one costs 7. And you have to pick and choose, like, do I want to place down 1 level 7, or do I want to place down like 2 3s and a 1 and stuff like that. And then every time you use a card, you get the points you used on it. Like if it's a 7 cost card, you get that many points added to your hero, and your hero has a special move that they can use once every time their meter is full. And that's basically it. So there's like characters that you play as, like Ryu and Morrigan and Wesker and all them. And then beyond that, everyone is its own cards, but like some of the cards are like crazy. One of them is the Phantom, the spider from Devil May Cry 1.
Oh,
he made it
really?
onto a card.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
He's a jerk.
he sucks, I know. But like and the dude, Nello Angelo, the big dude that you have to fight.
Yep.
He made it on 2 cards. Like
Wow.
Devil May Cry 1 is not the popular Devil May Cry, and it got depicted in this game, and it's on Switch now. Like I don't know what's happening.
Wow. Well,
There it goes. I'll get it.
No, leave it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I need to learn.
Try to be nice.
I need to learn.
He dropped his phone. That's what's happening.
I drop everything. I did it in the theaters the other day. I didn't even know if you noticed.
What?
I just dropped whatever I was holding.
Oh, did you?
I was so slick too. It rolled down my legs, and I like had him like this, and it just and then it just fell through.
When was during Spider-Man? With your parents?
Oh yeah. That's what it
Oh,
was. It was
okay.
during Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you were sitting next to me. I was like, he's gonna say something. I'm gonna sock him right. in
No,
the
I didn't
face.
even notice. That movie was so fucking good.
I
Watch
was
Cinematic Relief.
being really slick about it too. Yeah, watch Cinematic Relief. I was being really slick too, but at the very end it just became obvious, and I was like, well, there it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only bad thing about this card game is it's called Teppen. Teppen. It's kind of the weirdest name. Like, why isn't it just called like Capcom All-Star Battle Fighters or something like that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it Tekken with 2 P's? They don't even make Tekken. That's Namco
I know.
Bandai. Like, what the fuck? It's such a weird name. But I don't know how they did this. They got all the like original voice actors they could.
That's
They got
cool.
Wesker. They got Dante. They got what would you call him? The merchant, the shopkeeper.
What are you selling?
What are you buying?
What
That
do-
guy from
yeah.
Resident Evil 4. He's in the game, and they even got him to voice him. But yeah, I played it all day yesterday. There's only one set right now because the game literally just came out. I have almost every card already.
Wow.
I'm just missing all the like super rare ones. And they're secret cards. I didn't know about this. I got one secret card, and it was the Resident Evil one. It was Chris Redfield, and I was like, oh, it's Chris Redfield. I already have a Chris Redfield card, but it moves. The secret cards are like a scene, and they
Oh,
move.
that's cool.
Yeah. So it's really fun. I hope people are liking it so that they make more of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because as I was looking through the cards, I was like, oh man, there's no Laura card, there's no Jill card, there's just people I want on cards, and it's really fun.
Am I hypnotizing you with my keys?
No. Are you gonna drop those too?
If you notice, I had to pick something up immediately,
Yeah.
subconsciously. I don't know why.
Yeah. Do you want like a fidget cube? Do you want to
I'd-
like invest in a fidget cube?
Anthony, I'd love a fidget cube, especially for the show.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like we could
Yeah.
just keep it on my desk.
No, that would be amazing. I need one.
Yeah, just don't mess with the things that click and stuff, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna drop it.
It'll be yours, so drop it all you want.
No, that's cool. It sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on with games.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot about Raid Shadow Legends, and they also just had a pretty exciting update, but I haven't really played it since I got Project Battle. I'm just gonna call it Project Battle.
There you
It's
go.
a better name, even though it's
Yeah.
not. Oh, and the other thing that I think people are really gonna like about this game, which is a problem that other card games run into, and I feel like this game has a pretty concrete solution. Matches only last 5 minutes. There's literally a timer at the top, like a real fighting game, and it's like once this 5 minutes is up, who's ever in the lead wins.
Oh, wow.
And like, I've never had I've never had a match like end because of a time over, and B, like, that's great. Like every other card game is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially, you can get trapped in like okay, this duel could have ended in 5 minutes, but because you played this one card, now we're locked in like a 25-minute power struggle.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's the same with Pokemon. I
Mhm.
should have brought Pokemon up because you actually play Pokemon. But this game is literally like, nah, you got 5 minutes, man. And because
Okay.
it's like APB focused, it's like it's very easy to be like, this one guy, there was 1 second left on the clock. I saw the clock hit 0, and then I took the rest of his life points.
Wow.
So literally, I won the proper way right before the time ran out.
That's
It
awesome.
was super hype. It's the first card game that like I'm like on the edge of my seat, like, oh no, I gotta go, and like it makes me feel like I'm playing a fighting game. It's cool. I feel like they set out to make a fighting game card game, and they succeeded. Because there's another fighting game card game. It's called Yomi. I do not like it, but this one is really good. This one is, I like this one a lot.
Cool.
The end. That's Teppen. Teppen, very good.
Good. News? You got stuff written down over there? It's always on the little pieces of paper.
No, this is the same thing I've had written down since episode 1.
Wow.
This is just the order of what
what we talk about.
of what we talk about. We talked about. I'm trying to think. We had a segment where we talked about this week in the show when we were doing like a week long of Let's Plays.
Yeah.
So, I guess we could talk more about Cadence of Hyrule.
Well, I mean, I don't think we have to talk about it. I feel like it to have people watch the video.
Yeah.
know? We had, that went up last Sunday. It was really good. Give it a watch if you haven't already. This week's cinematic relief was Toy Story. Right?
Yes.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Check that out.
We get hard into theory crafting
Yeah.
in the middle of that episode.
Yeah.
Which was fun. I think I made for a good listen. I dropped the little piece of paper almost.
You want a fidget cube?
No, I'm good. Believe it or not, I'm good. I seem like someone who would need one of those things, but I'm good. Yo, I waited for the podcast to talk to you about this. I just remembered. I saw the craziest bug.
Okay.
I was at the bank, not this bank, but the bank at school.
Yeah.
And I went to go reach for the door handle, and there was this bug just sitting on it. And I'm gonna try to best describe this bug. It was like, it had 6 big, like, arcing legs, right?
Okay.
It had no wings. It was not a flying bug. And it had these antennas, and the antennas had like these like bulbs on the end of it. You know, like push pins? You know, like
Yeah.
arts and crafts push pins? They looked like those.
Okay.
They were literally like antennas with like two giant yellow and blue like bulbs on them. It looked like a Pokemon. It was and it was also huge. It was like this big.
Wow.
It was like the size of a Hot Wheels. And it was just sitting there on the doorknob like, yeah, motherfucker, open
what
this
color
door.
was it?
It was bug colored. It was like
Okay.
brownish,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the standout part was the big bulbs that were like multicolored. And it was so disgusting. I literally walked around back. I was like, I'm good. And like people saw me, like, you know how when you do something that looks kind of not right and people see you and you're like, oh god, I look like an idiot. I did not care. I was like, I reached for the door. I was like, ooh, that's a monster. I'm gonna go to the back of the bank.
I think I do the same thing.
It was terrifying, dude. It didn't make a sound, and it didn't have wings. That was the other
Did
creepy
it
part.
move?
It moved a little. Yeah, it was like crawling around the door handle. It was just so weird. And I was explaining it to my mom, like describing it like I just did, and she was like, I have no idea what that is. And I was like, great, cool. It was a Neopet for all I know. It was like it was
You should look it up.
insane looking. No, then I have to look at pictures of bugs. That's what my mom said too. She was like, do some Googling. And I was like, well, no, if a picture of a bug comes up, I'm gonna throw my phone away because I don't want to look at pictures of bugs.
I'll look it up.
Sure, go for it. Don't show them to me. You can describe them to me, and I'll confirm or deny if it's
Okay.
it's not, I don't want to see bugs. I'm good.
Blue and yellow orbed bug.
It was so weird looking. People are gonna think I'm lying. It looked like a Pokemon. I don't know how else to describe it. You know how Pokemon like look like animals, but they're like a little bit like anime, for a lack of a better
Yeah.
term, where it's like, oh, that's supposed to be a lion, but it's not. It's got that weird thing that lions don't have. That was like this. It looked like someone designed a bug. It looked like a fictional bug.
Well, it could be the government.
It could, I didn't think of that. The government could be preventing me from. Maybe it was like it had like a camera. You think that's what
Yeah,
the bulbs
yeah.
were? It's a social experiment made by the government to see if I'll use the back door of this this bank, and I did. And then I left out the back door too. I was probably fine, but like I left out the back door as well.
What would you have done if there was one on the back handle?
I would have gone hungry.
Wow. Okay.
I would have gone hungry.
Not even try and squish it with your bag or something?
No. One, I didn't have anything to squish it with.
Flip flop?
No, then my flip-flop has a bug on it all day.
Oh, you'd scrape it off.
No, you underestimate how much I hate bugs.
Okay.
No, that would honestly, in the moment, if I went to the front door, the bug was there, and then I went around back, and another identical bug was also there. I think my first thought in the moment would be like, "Is that the same? That's the same bug, isn't it?" This bug wants my blood or whatever it does to you when it bites you, and it really wants it. It saw me. It was like, "Ooh, look at that, look at that thing. I could use some of that."
Make it sound like it had a thing for you.
I don't want to talk about it.
You brought it up on the show, specifically waited to talk about it on this show.
I just hate bugs, man. That one was crazy.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay,
If I find a picture of it, will you put it in this episode before you put this episode up?
sure. Your time limit is like a good 15 minutes.
I know.
So
And my phone's on the floor, so
that's gonna be at least 7 of the minutes.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we went for the same joke. What happened in the news? Anything?
Well,
I should start. I gotta start remembering to like write stuff down.
I'm finally excited for some people at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The voices of Arthur and why am I blanking? The antagonist in that game,
What game?
whose name is eluding me. Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they framed it like that, by the way. I don't think we ever talked about this, but they were like,
Oh yeah, I know.
it was an announcement with 4 voice actors, and it was like meet the voice actors of Red Dead Redemption 2 and Overwatch, and I was like, oh, they must have gotten 4 voice actors that just so happened to be in both.
Yeah.
Nope, 2 of them were from Overwatch, 2 of them
Yeah.
were for Red Dead. I don't know why they framed it
I
like
don't
that.
either. Dutch. It was Dutch, by the way.
There you go. There you go. It was on the tip of my tongue too, but I've never played that game,
Yeah.
so I knew you would get it eventually.
So at this
But yeah,
point,
that's really cool. I forgot about that. Arthur, the guy who voices Arthur, is an award-winning voice actor for
Yeah.
that role.
good. He
won,
deserves to be.
He won Best Voice Acting at the Game Awards.
He deserves it. He did
He's
such a good job.
Stole it from Connor from Detroit Become Human, but I'll let it slide because it seems like there was a very intensive recording.
I can't wait to praise him for how he did.
Yeah. Well, because you said his character gets sicker and sicker,
Yeah.
so he had to exemplify that in the voice
And
acting.
it's not obnoxious.
Right, yeah.
It's like so subtle that you don't notice it until it's so bad.
No, that's when you told me that, I was like, oh, that's why he won. Like, I'm sure Connor would have won if not for that, but
Yeah.
that sounds really impressive.
And I think he might have also done that thing you were talking about the kid in Spider-Man did. Like record each line twice
just in
at
case.
least.
Yeah. Well, he probably had to.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. I'm surprised Spider-Man didn't win.
Yeah, he did a really good job. There was a couple of good ones.
Yeah, it was a. See, I've never played Red Dead, so when I was watching it, I was like, oh, there's a bunch of great ones except him. I don't know that.
Yeah.
But then it sounds like he also did. It's just like a really good year for voice acting
Yeah.
in video games, and I didn't realize that until I was watching the Game Awards. And that was. It was so hype because Red Dead Redemption won like everything that whole night. It won like best music, best voice acting, best story, best this, whatever. And then it was Game of the Year time, and I was like, and Red Dead Redemption 2, here it comes. And then they were like, and Game of the Year goes to God of War. I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. So at this point, I've given up all hope that Mark Hamill's ever gonna be there this year.
This year, yeah, no, I'm sure he'll. Well, is he?
It just would have been the year. The last Star Wars movie's coming out. They've had a Star Wars person there every year.
Well, that's the thing.
for
Like,
the past
is he
couple
gonna
years.
be in the new movie? Because
Yeah, he's already said he's gonna. Somebody
then in
said.
that case, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Somebody said, oh, how did they say it? Somebody said describe the next Star Wars movie in 3 words, Mark Hamill, and he said something to the effect of like my last film or something like
okay.
that. It just hit home. He is gonna be in it.
So
You could
that
look that up. He is gonna be in it.
So that in that case, then he's not busy with Star Wars anymore. So I feel like
That's what I'm saying.
it. Well, I mean, like, I feel like next year would be,
Oh, sure. I guess
you
next
still
year
have
would
like
make
the,
sense too.
you know, you
It's
gotta
just
think
usually
you
they
still
hype
have
him
the,
up
you still-
beforehand.
yeah,
Sorry.
you still have the like the interviews and the like
Yeah.
the promoting the movie type stuff. Yeah, actors aren't done when the
He would have been a
movie
good
wraps,
one.
unfortunately.
No, I know. It's just he would have been a good one. Anybody from Stranger Things. See, Dave Harbour.
Yeah.
This would have been the year to meet him, but he had to cancel.
Yeah. I mean, they usually have some people from Stranger Things. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold out hope that
they've yet to show up, but they usually
You know
try to
what?
get him.
That's a good point. Every Stranger Things person we've got cancels.
Yeah.
Dallas always gets a couple of the kids. They always have
really?
like 2 or 3 kids. Yeah. We get like the leftovers from Dallas.
I'll take Dave Harbour. I think that's his last name.
Yeah.
I'll take him. He's super cool.
Yeah. But he won't take you.
Right. Yeah. He ditched me. I was already dressed for prom night. And he went with Chad. The cooler. I'm assuming. I don't know. We'll say Chad is San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know.
Okay.
It got away from me.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell that.
So now I'm just holding hopes out for Vegeta All Might.
Yeah. His name. Do you know his name?
No.
His name is Christopher Sabat.
Okay.
We've watched 37 episodes of Dragon Ball. His name has been in the credits of every single one. You have watched I believe it's 63 episodes of My Hero Academia.
I actually stopped. I never finished because I hard stop, and said, I want to watch this with Anthony.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What haven't you seen? Season 3?
The end of season 3, I
Oh,
think.
you shouldn't have done that, man. You should have just going.
It was partly I wanted to rewatch it with you. It was partly I forgot what last episode I was on
Yeah.
and didn't want to sit there.
So you
going
haven't seen
through
the
them all.
movie either.
I haven't seen the movie.
I'm excited.
Is
for
it
the
canon? Do you know if it's canon?
Yeah. I think Dragon Ball's the only people who do.
Who
like,
don't do that?
There's like a
yeah.
Adam was telling me there's like a canon and a non-canon timeline.
Yeah.
Like Kai is obviously canon, and then if you're watching it the way we're watching it, it goes Kai and then immediately into Super.
Which is crazy.
And the two you skip GT because that's not canon. The two movies, Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods, those were canon, but Super is just a retelling of those movies, so they're
Yeah.
ultimately decanonized. And then the new movie, Broly, the new Broly movie, is the first ever canon Dragon Ball film.
Wow.
And then there's a new series, Dragon Ball Heroes, not canon. Just a some non-canon bullshit to bridge the gap between Super and whatever comes next.
Wow.
That blew my mind. I was like, I thought, like, it felt to me like when Star Wars was like, took a hard stance on like, here's canon and not canon. Like, everything in this category is canon, everything in this category is not canon, deal with it. It felt to me like they were doing that, where they're like, okay, let's just stop making non-canon bullshit, because no one's going to watch it, and this and that, but I don't know.
They're still doing it.
Yeah. It seems like a weird choice to me, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool if they did just one non-canon, like, what if all these people fought? But then that's it.
That's the thing. Like, as far as I've been told, none of the non-canon stuff is like in a crazy world where all this happened. It's just like, what if they fought this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, they beat it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard people talk about, like, because we're only partway through the second part of Dragon Ball Z, Chris and I, but from what I've heard, people talk about this. They talk about those movies like, yeah, they couldn't have fought this guy because it would have been on the way from this to this because that's where it fits in the timeline. But that only took a week, and I'm just like, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of bullshit. And I can only assume none of the movies are in the manga.
Right.
It's got to be all original stuff, which I'm not saying is bad. It's just like, you know, the way I've been consuming it, I'd rather stick to what is definitely 100% canon.
I wouldn't enjoy it if we didn't. If it kept going in and out of this happened, this didn't happen,
Right.
this happened, I'd be sick of it.
The series premiere of Dragon Ball Kai kind of canonized the Bardock movie a little bit. So remember they showed footage of Bardock versus Frieza that just like wasn't
Yeah.
there in the original.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. That was basically them being like, don't watch this movie, but like this is important,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Beyond that, things that it was a crazy week for movies. We rewatched Endgame in theaters.
Yeah.
Spider-Man came out.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things isn't a movie, but that came out. I've gone to the movies, I think, 3 weeks in a row. I don't know when the last time I did that was.
Oh no, dude! I was just talking with Alex about that the other day. I see like 3 to 4 movies a year. That's because I want to see all the Marvel movies in theater. And this summer alone, I saw Godzilla. I saw Toy Story. I saw Endgame. I saw
Spider-Man.
Far From Home.
Captain Marvel.
And
we're not done yet.
another one I can't think of. There's even another, and that was even missing Detective Pikachu and Aladdin. Like I still haven't
And
seen
I saw
those.
both of those.
Yeah. And then there's Lion King, and then we're done. And then we're done
for
for
the
a while.
summer. And then we got Star Wars.
Right? Yeah. No,
God
it'll be
knows
a
what.
night.
Brightburn.
Brightburn. That's what I couldn't think of. Brightburn was so fucking good. Brightburn was really good.
I can't wait for that to be out.
That was in the news. James Gunn on Twitter was basically like, my plate is very, very full right now, but we are talking about a Brightburn sequel.
Good.
I want to complain more about movies, but I think I'm going to wait until Cinematic Relief to do that.
Sure.
Because I want to complain about the theater we went to and the trailers and stuff. But if you want to hear me complain, go to cinematicrelief.com /
No, don't confuse them.
/ the episode where we talk about Spider-Man Far From Home.
And I'm lightning.
No, we're
That-
not done.
Oh.
We're not done. We can't be done. We cannot be done.
Why? They
'Cause
can
we've
run
only-
short.
We've only been going for 35 minutes.
That's whatever. People, I think at this point, people are enjoying the smaller content.
Okay.
I've got nothing else.
Okay. I just feel weird slapping the word podcast on a video this short, but let's do this time and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to really quick think. There was anything else I wanted to talk about? Dragon Quest Builders 2 English demo is finally out. Played that. It looks neat. The demo was kind of lame because I've played a lot of Dragon Quest Builders, so I was like, come on, I just want to get to the good part. And then they were like, ready for the good part? Buy the game. I was like, okay, all right. I was just about to talk about something else. They changed the PlayStation Plus free games, which is something they've never done before. It was going to be Horizon Chase Turbo and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, but Sony was straight up like, nah, get that soccer shit out of here. And then they put up Detroit Become Human instead. And then, I did want to, I already talked to you about this, but Detroit Become Human, I downloaded it, and it was the deluxe edition, and it came with 6 things. It came with the game. It came with an art book. It came with a soundtrack. It came with 2 themes. It came with 28 avatars, and it came with Heavy Rain, one of the other games that he did. That's kind of not great and shitty, and I kind of really hate that game. But it started downloading automatically, so I was like, whatever, just let it download. And then it wouldn't. Everything else downloaded except Heavy Rain, and then Heavy Rain was like, cannot download. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I went to go check to see if I ran out of storage or something, and it was like the data's corrupted,
Yeah.
which is something I've never seen before. And then I was like, okay, try again. And it was like, hang on, no, it's corrupted, can't do it. I was like, okay, I didn't want to fucking play it anyways. It's just like a cursed game forever in every regard. But yeah, I think that's it. That's
Yeah.
gonna do it for us. I've been Not Lightning.
And I'm Chris.
Okay, good. Thank you for not following through on the bit I was doing. We'll see you next time.
So why should we complain?